Welcome to a world full of mystery and excitement. In this thrilling journey through space, we'll take you to the far reaches of the galaxy, where there are no limits to what humanity might discover. The story we're sharing today is called Shadows of the Galaxy, a journey to the edge of the universe, where ships have vanished, and ancient secrets begin to unfold. What lurks in the deep darkness? Are we truly alone in this vast universe? Join us as we uncover the fate of the Aurora, a ship that disappeared decades ago, and what the crew of the Eclipse found when they faced the unknown shadows. Beware, for the darkness isn't what it seems, and the enemy may be closer than you think. Before we dive into this adventure, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. If you enjoy the story, give us a like to support more thrilling tales like this. The universe was silent, an endless void stretching out in all directions, punctuated only by the faint glow of distant stars. Captain Mara Quinn stood on the bridge of the Eclipse, her gaze fixed on the infinite expanse of space before her. The ship hummed softly around her, its systems running smoothly, yet an eerie silence filled the crew. This was not an ordinary mission. They were venturing into the unknown, the outer rim of the galaxy, a region shrouded in mystery, where no human ship had returned from in over a century. Their mission was to investigate the disappearance of the Aurora, a research vessel that had vanished 2 decades earlier while exploring this same part of the galaxy. The last transmission from the Aurora had been garbled, barely decipherable, but it spoke of something chilling, a shadow moving across the stars. Mara had heard the stories growing up. Ghost ships, alien civilizations, and strange entities lurking in the dark, waiting for the right moment to strike. She had never believed them, but now, with the weight of the mission resting on her shoulders, she wasn't so sure. As they crossed into the outer rim, the stars seemed to dim, their once bright light now veiled by a dark fog that slowly crept around the ship. The Eclipse's sensors detected nothing unusual, yet every member of the crew felt it. A presence, unseen but palpable, pressing against their minds, whispering from the darkness beyond the ship. "Captain," came the voice of First Officer Leon Voss, his voice breaking the tension. "We're approaching the coordinates where the Aurora was last seen." Mara nodded, her heart racing. "Bring us out of hyperspace." The ship jolted as it slowed to sublight speed, emerging into a region of space that seemed wrong. The stars here were faint, their light swallowed by an oppressive darkness that clung to the Eclipse like a living thing. Mara could feel it in her bones, this was not natural. "Scan the area," she ordered, trying to keep her voice steady. The ship's sensors hummed to life, sweeping the surrounding space for any signs of the Aurora. Minutes passed in silence, the tension thickening with each second. "Captain, I've got something," Leon said, his voice tight. "It's faint, but there's a metallic signature. It could be the Aurora." "Location?" 2,000 kilometers off our starboard bow, but something's wrong. "The signal is distorted." Mara frowned. "What do you mean, distorted?" "It's like it's flickering in and out of existence." Mara stood from her chair, moving to stand beside Leon at the sensor console. The readings made no sense. The Aurora's signature was there, but it was as though the ship itself was phasing in and out of reality. "Prepare a landing team," Mara ordered. "We need to see this for ourselves." The shuttle cut through the darkness like a knife, the faint glow of its engines the only source of light in the oppressive void. Mara, Leon, and a team of 5 others sat in tense silence as they approached the coordinates. Through the viewport, Mara could see it, the Aurora. Or what was left of it. The ship hung in space, its hull twisted and broken, as though something had torn it apart from the inside. There were no lights, no signs of life. But that wasn't what disturbed Mara the most. It was the shadows. They clung to the Aurora, moving slowly, shifting like living things. Tendrils of darkness slithered across the hull, reaching out into the void, almost as if they were searching for something. "What the hell is that?" whispered one of the crew members, his voice trembling. I don't know, Mara replied, her own fear creeping into her voice. But we're about to find out. The shuttle docked with what remained of the Aurora's airlock, and with weapons at the ready, the team stepped aboard. Inside, the ship was eerily quiet. The corridors were dark, lit only by the faint glow of their suit lights. Every surface was coated in a thin layer of frost, and the air was still, too still. It felt like the ship had been abandoned for centuries, not just 2 decades. As they moved deeper into the ship, the feeling of being watched grew stronger. Mara could sense it, the shadows were here, lurking just beyond the reach of their lights, watching, waiting. What happened to the crew? Leon asked, his voice low. They didn't leave, Mara replied, her eyes scanning the empty corridor. Whatever happened to them, it happened here. They reached the control room, and Mara felt her heart sink. The walls were covered in strange markings, symbols that pulsed faintly with a dark energy. At the center of the room was a console, flickering with a dim light. Get that console running, Mara ordered. We need to know what happened here. As the team worked, Mara's eyes were drawn to the symbols on the walls. They seemed to shift and change as she looked at them, almost as if they were alive. She reached out, her hand trembling, and as her fingers brushed the cold surface of the wall, a vision slammed into her mind. She saw the crew of the Aurora, working diligently as they explored the outer rim. They were excited, hopeful. But then the shadows came. They appeared out of nowhere, slipping through the walls, through the air itself. The crew fought, but it was futile. The shadows consumed them, one by one, their bodies vanishing into the darkness. And then the ship, twisted, broken, was left adrift in the void, a tomb for its lost crew. Mara. Leon's voice snapped her back to reality. We've got something. She turned, her heart racing, and saw the console flickering with a recording. The face of the Aurora's captain appeared, his eyes wide with terror. If anyone finds this, he said, his voice shaking, stay away. The shadows, they're not just darkness. They're alive. They feed on light, on life. We tried to fight, but they took us. One by one. They're here. They're everywhere. Don't let them. The recording cut off as the captain was dragged into the shadows, his scream echoing in the silence. Mara's blood ran cold. The shadows weren't just a phenomenon, they were predators, ancient and hungry. And they were still here. Captain, Leon said, his voice barely a whisper. We need to go. Now. But it was too late. The shadows had found them. From the corners of the room, tendrils of darkness slithered forward, moving faster now, more determined. The crew opened fire, their weapons lighting up the room, but the shadows only grew stronger, feeding on the light. Fall back! Mara shouted, but the shadows were everywhere, closing in on them from all sides. As they fought their way back to the shuttle, Mara realized the horrible truth. The shadows weren't just confined to the Aurora. They were spreading, creeping across the galaxy, consuming everything in their path. And soon, they would reach the rest of humanity. As the shuttle sped away from the doomed ship, Mara looked back one last time. The Aurora was gone, swallowed by the darkness, and with it, the last hope of understanding the true nature of the shadows. The galaxy was no longer safe. The shadows had awoken. Thank you for joining us on this thrilling journey through Shadows of the Galaxy. We hope you enjoyed uncovering the mysteries of the universe and the chilling fate of the Aurora. As we dive deeper into the unknown, remember that the darkness can hold both wonders and dangers. If you loved this story, please give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your theories and what you think awaits us in the vastness of space. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest adventures. Until next time, keep looking to the stars, and remember, the universe is full of secrets just waiting to be discovered.